Hi everyone, good afternoon. It's Alyssa coming to you from the library, and today we are going to do a craft that is lots of fun for all of the adults and teens out there who are looking for something fun to do. I'll show you the basics and then you can take it and run with it and have lots of fun. You can show your friends at a safe distance. You can do whatever you would like. You can make tons and tons and tons, bring it outside, sit on a porch, a patio, whatever it is that you would like, and make tons and tons of, today we're making little trinket dishes out of air dry clay. This one's not finished, we're gonna finish this one together, but they do take about 24 hours to dry, so this is my half pre-made one. And so we're using air dry clay. This is really, really easy to get. You can get it pretty much anywhere. We're using the plain white one, and you get a big old tub. It's soft, it's squishy, it's different from polymer clay, which we've been using for the past few videos. It will dry out. That's why it's called air dry clay. So you need to make sure you keep it sealed in its tub whenever you're not using it, because it will dry. That's the magic. And then try to get some of the air out. Okay. You can, unlike with polymer clay, you can use water to smooth it out because we're not baking it. It'll dry on its own. And it's a little bit of a different consistency. And here's my big wad of air dry clay that I'm gonna work with today. I'm not gonna need all of this, but it's better to start with a bigger piece and then you whittle it down with all of your tools once you get the shape that you want and everything. So we're gonna make our trinket dish. So all you need is you need your air dry clay. You need some kind of dish or bowl or cup that you can help form your shape. And then I'm gonna show you how to use some stamps to make an impression and help to decorate your dish. So I have these really pretty letter stamps. I also have some plain letter stamps. It just depends on whatever you would like. This one I left plain. I didn't have any stamps when I was pre-making this one at home, but you can also use stamps that have a pattern. So I'll show you how all of that works and we'll get to it. So, all right, let's go. So I have my air dry clay. I have a surface that is easy for me to clean. You can just do this on the table, on a placemat, on a paper plate, a disposable tablecloth, whatever it is that you would like. I like this cookie decorating mat because it is reusable and very, very easy to clean. I use it for clay because it is not cookie season. And you just need to make sure that you clean it really well. It does make a big mess, especially once you start using water. You can see just from touching it, I already have tons on my hands. So it does make a little bit of a mess, so make sure that you're ready to clean up when you're done. All right, so I'm just working the clay a little bit, kind of trying to figure out what shape I want. A dish shape, a trinket dish shape. So it's almost, I feel like I'm like getting some pizza dough right now. You can use clay tools. I have this nice roller, so maybe I'll roll it out just to make it a little more even, because right now it's really lumpy. This kind of reminds me of the time that we actually had somebody who did pottery come in to do clay projects with us when I was in, I want to say elementary school. And my dish was worse than this. This is pretty rudimentary over here, but the dish that I made was pretty wonky, and I remember it's a lot of shades of weird greens and things that I don't think really went together. I think my parents still have it somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe they do. I don't know. But this is better than that. But when you actually have tools, you can help smooth everything out. So today I have tools, so maybe it'll come out a little bit nicer. But so you can use your roller to roll it out just so that things are a little even and they're not bumpy. And the nice thing is this is already nice and soft, unlike the polymer clay where you need to kind of like work it. This is already nice and soft and pliable. Trying to see if it's even. All right. I could probably make this a little thinner. So like I said, it takes about 24 hours to dry, but if you're doing something that's really thick, if you're making a figurine that's not quite as thin as when you're making a little bowl or dish, it may take a little while longer. And especially now that we're in humid New Jersey summer, it could take a little while longer if it's very humid. this is pretty good. This is a pretty nice slab of clay. So I'm going to get my little bowl here and kind of decide if this is the size that I want, and I'll start shaping it as I'm just shoving it in here. Right, okay. And it is kind of a fragile clay, you'll see. But like I said, this is a little bit better than polymer clay because we can use water. So we'll use water to smooth out all of these little cracks and ridges that come through. I want it to be even. Let's see if I can get it to be more even. It's pretty good actually. Alright, so and the nice thing is I'm going to press around here my rim, and I'm just going to remove the excess. And then it's gonna kind of be like making a tart or a pie crust, and we're gonna shape the edges, kind of like making a pie. Except this is not edible, and you cannot use these little dishes to hold food. It's definitely not food safe. So forget that I said anything about pie. Alright, so here we go. I have this. I'm going to take it out because I want to smooth the bottom as well, gently, if I can. Gently. Okay, so now I know that this is the right size that I want. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smooth the bottom a little bit with some water. So it starts to get that muddy clay consistency. And you can easily smooth out all the cracks, but see how messy my hands get right away? So just make sure you're working on a protected surface. And I'm going to smooth it out as best as I can. Worry about my edges when I put it back in there. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna wipe off my hands a little bit. And I'm gonna pick my stamps, and I'm gonna go for, I'm just gonna very basic, and I'm just going to do love. It's a nice sentiment, right? Okay. And so there we go, my little stamp. There it is. Okay. And you just press it in. You kind of want to be gentle. You don't want to push it in too much because then you're going to squish the clay and it's not going to come out clean. So we're going to try this. We're going to see what happens. Here we go. There we go. And it's kind of light, but you can see the impression in there. There we go. Oh, that one came out a little better. Let's see. And I'm making this very crooked. I'm going to say that it's supposed to be that way. It's very avant-garde. It's quirky. There we go. Okay, so I didn't like the way the L and the O came out, so I'm going to try it again. And as you can see, I just used the water and a clay tool to smooth it all out. It's very forgiving, the air dry clay, thank goodness. Alright, let's try again. Better. Great, So again, you can see I have these little lines from the edge of the stamp impression, and you can just use some water to smooth it out. I don't want to get too close to my letters. I don't want to screw it up. Okay. There we go. That looks nice. Alright, so there we go. That's nice and basic and easy. And now I'm going to pick up my clay and we're going to put it in the dish so that it can form. And again, I'm just going to make sure it's smooth on the bottom. Got a little icky. So don't want to ruin my impression on the top. A little bit of a game. Okay. So then we're going to put it into the bowl so that it can hold its shape while it is air drying. Like that. Okay, so now we can work on the edges. So again, I'm going to get a little bit of water on my fingers. And I'm going to smooth this all out. If you want to add any embellishments, I've got this pretty smooth. It's a little uneven. It's kind of started to sink on one side, but it's just the nature of the beast. If you want to make any embellishments on it, so I'm going to take this little round tip clay tool and I'm just going to make some little dots on the inside there. There we go. And especially while the clay is wet, you saw it's kind of hard to just push it in and pull it out. You kind of got to twist and just work with the clay. So now I'm just taking a little bit of water on my thumb. I'm going to smooth out the holes so that they don't have the lip from the impression from the tool. Just a little bit. Okay, so that's it for this bowl. This will take 24 hours to dry, and then when it comes out, you just pop it out, and then you can do what we're gonna do next to this one, which is paint it. So the thing about all of these leftover excess pieces of clay that are really wet from the water, you can't join them back in with your big tub over here. I don't really know the science behind why, but I think it affects the rest of the clay. But this leftover piece that I have, this can go back in the tub so it doesn't dry out. This is still good. Okay, so if you want that nice, like, white porcelain kind of look to your clay, you can go ahead and you can paint it white. Or you can leave it natural color. You could do whatever color you want. Done. While I'm waiting for my white paint to dry so I can add the silver accents, I'm going to show you another way that you can use the stamps to embellish your clay. So again, I'm going to start, this is just a little test piece just to show you. So I'm going to start with my clay, and I'm going to roll it out so that it's smooth. And what you do is you take either a stamping pad or you can take markers. I have some really nice brush pens, dual-ended pens. You can use the brush end of your pen to color in your stamp just like a stamping pad. So if you don't have the stamping pad or you don't have the color you want, you can use these brush pens or markers, any kind of marker. But I know these have really nice pigmentation, but you can do this with, you know, like a regular washable Crayola marker, whatever it is that you would like. Gotta kind of work fast, you don't want it to dry. And then you stamp your color into your clay. And there it is. And it looks great. And it will dry just like that. And then you can go in, you can use like a fine gold tip pen to add some embellishment, whatever it is that you would like. So you can do it that way to add some extra color. And you can also, this also looks really nice with the stamp that's a pattern versus just letters. So if you have some kind of like little mosaic pattern that you can make. Oops, that didn't come out perfect, but I'm just gonna use my marker to go back in. Great. 2 down, 2 go. There it is. I didn't really lay it out the right way, but it's kind of cute and it's kind of quirky. And again, you can make tons of things with air dry clay like this. You can also make this into a little keychain. You can, again, you can expand it and make it into your trinket dish like this. Whatever it is that you would like to do. That's just another way to get some color and some dimension onto your air dry clay. I think it's dry. I'm going to try to add some silver now. The nice thing about acrylic is that it dries pretty quickly. I'm using acrylic paints today. Okay, so that's it. This is my little trinket dish. It's a little janky, but it's homemade, it's shabby chic, it's rustic. Whatever it is. Obviously this one will come out a lot nicer. I spent more time on this one than I did on my little test subject, but I really wanted to show you how to paint it as well. So give it a couple hours to dry. Once you've been painting it, it'll kind of soften the bowl up just a little bit again. So give it a couple of hours to dry, especially if it's really humid before you start using it. You can use this for rings, you could use it for little hair clips, bobby pins, safety pins, wherever you need to kind of keep a trinket. You can make a whole bunch that match. This one's a little bigger. You can put your key in it by the door, whatever it is. And they just look really nice. So there we go. That's it. Those are our air dry trinket bowls. And remember, you can paint it, you can leave it plain, you can use stamps to add color, whatever it is that you would like. There's really no wrong way to craft when you're doing something that's yours and your own and it's homemade. So just have fun with it. So I'm really looking forward to this one drying so I can paint all the letters and everything. I'm really looking forward to this one. It's almost there. Not really. It needs to dry for another 24 hours. But anyway, have fun with all of your clay dishes. If you make a clay dish or a clay craft, go ahead and you can send me an email with a picture. You can post it on our Facebook, send us a picture. My email is on our homepage. You can send us a message on Facebook or Instagram, whatever it is. Show us what you've made. We love to see the crafts that you guys are all working on. And I know if we were here doing Pinterest night or craft night out, our 2 adult and teen programs, I know that I would see what everyone was making and I'd have so much fun with it. So for now, send me a picture. I'd love to see. And that's it for this week. I will see you all next time.